or its advertisers. Now, let's get ready to focus on our issues, our solutions, using our voices on Black Focus Radio.
Welcome to Black Focus.
Thank you.
All right, man. Have a good weekend.
Where we focus on our issues, developing our solutions, using our voices. Central Arkansas, surrounding areas, and the nation. Get ready. Black Focus starts right now. Phone lines open at 855-525-5683. So here's your host, David W. Coleman and Robert Webb.
Hey, Jackie, how you doing? Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to Black Focus Radio. Our issues, our solutions, our voices. 855-525-5683 is the number. That's how you get in touch with me. Did I say that too fast? I know some people say, David, sometimes you talk too fast, and I don't get the number. So let me slow it down just a little bit. 855-525-5683. If you want to call up and participate in the show. No comment is wrong. You might bear a little correction or pointing in the right direction, but we encourage all comments. And certainly I'd love to have some of you conservatives out there who are secretly listening to the show that don't want to admit you listen to the show. I'd love to hear you all come up and and support your cause, because part of the reason that you don't support your cause is because there is no support. So we'll get into all of that today. Like me, I don't mind calling a conservative radio show. I'll call them in a minute. But you find that conservatives typically don't like to call shows like this because they are afraid that they'll be called out. They'll be beat up with facts, because the worst thing that conservatives like are facts. You know what I'm saying? 855-525. Chatting with the 12-year-old. 855-525. Okay, I'll go read that story because it's Friday. I usually don't get into that kind of mess. But I just saw something that just kind of shocked the hell out of me. Y'all crazy. I mean, some of y'all are so desperate. Anyway, we got a lot of... Robert Webb will be along here in just a moment. I just got a message from him. He's running a little late. And that might be him right there. So, tell you what. Let me take a quick pause for the calls and go open the door, because I'm the only one here. And we'll be back here in just a moment with Black Facts. I don't see them up there. Are they over there?
Yes.
Okay.
No. You gotta let them in the office. Okay. All right, man. Thank you.
Okay, man. All right, sorry about that. That wasn't Robert. Had to go let someone in. But anyway, so a lot of things to talk about today. Where do you start? It is Friday. Want to remind everybody tomorrow to join me for the weekly sports magazine at 8 o'clock in the morning. We'll be reviewing the Little Rock Central football game tonight. They play Cabot. By the way, Tigers, it is homecoming, so get out to Quigley Stadium and let's support the Tigers tonight. We'll also be talking a lot about the LeBron James saga. The NBA had just come out and said that they're losing millions of dollars. Well, rightfully so. You shouldn't have been in business with the communist government. What did you expect? They, from what I understand, they tried to get them to fire Daryl Morey, and the NBA refused. So now China is walking away. Like I say, all money ain't good money, folks. So we'll talk about that tomorrow as well. And we'll get into some other things as it relates to sports Basketball season is around the corner. By the way, I want to remind you all, starting October 30th, I want to tell you about a potential new show that we're going to have. It's called Wide Open with Reggie Swinton. He will be on every Wednesday night from 7 to 8. He has a very successful AAU kids football program that he'll be talking about, along with some other things as well. So we're basically what I want to do is welcome Reggie Swinton to the Black Focus, well, I should say the JoyNet Radio, the JoyNetRadio.com family. And we are happy to have him here, and I think it's going to add to what we're trying to do. We are no ifs, ands, or buts about it, and I've said it over and over again that JoyNet Radio is the most diverse radio station in the state of Arkansas. Let me say that again. The most diverse, and I don't mean from a racial standpoint. I'm talking about from entertainment quality, from show quality. You've got gospel music as its base. And then, of course, you've got the JC Love Morning Show, which is very, very popular throughout the internet and around the country. You've got Black Focus Radio, that's a daily show. Those two shows are daily. You add someone with the caliber of Reggie Swinton. We do sports on Saturday morning. And then we have a lot of interactive shows like you just heard, The Devil's Advocate and the like. So, again, JoyNet Radio is growing. We need your support. Not only do we need your support, we need your dollars. So if you are advertising for the upcoming Christmas season, remember JoyNet Radio, okay? Remember JoyNet Radio. We've got great advertising packages. It won't break the bank. We were the first in a long time to broadcast all of Little Rock Central's football games. We are about the community, okay? We are about the community. You say you're always looking for things that are going on that is supporting the community. Well, guess what? That's what we do every day, beginning at 6 a.m. with the JC Love Morning Show. For lunch, Black Focus Radio. And then, of course, in the afternoon, you got the great Robert Craig taking you home with great gospel music. And throughout the night, you got Teen Talk with Melvin Moss. And now we're adding Reggie Swinton. Man, we are doing our thing now. We need your support. So let's get busy. Let's get busy, okay? I want to do a quick shout out to a friend of mine. How can a black man do a radio show when he's got to be his own doorman too? I'm sorry. I've got to take another break. I'll be back in just a moment.
Oh, doorman too. I like that, dude.
All right, I'm back. I had to go let my co-host in, Roberto Webb.
What up, what up, what up?
Hey, man, how you doing?
I'm up in this joint.
Just quickly, I want to do a shout out to a good friend of mine, Miss Leela Joyce Stewart, her best friend, Silas, who was a black Labrador retriever, I believe it was. I'm sorry if I got that wrong, Leela. I'm not great on dog, races. But apparently Silas passed away, and Silas had been with Miss Leela for a long time. And, some people have, their dogs are just like family. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I want to, send my condolences to Miss Leela Stewart, for Miss Leela Joyce Stewart for the loss of one of her family members, her pet Silas. Okay, 855-525-5683 is the number. Robert Webb is in the house. Hey, Robert, how you doing, man?
I'm up in this piece, dog. I ain't doing good, man. I'm kind of hot, so I'm gonna try to cool off before I start talking. I'm gonna sit here for a minute, kind of max relax.
You mean hot as in temperature, or
hot as a little irritated. Man.
Okay,
But I'm gonna sit here for a minute before I say.
All right.
I'm gonna wait.
Let's see. Rezel Aaron is tuning in to Black Focus Radio, the second best talk show in the state. Okay, Rezel, if you really want to go there with me, do you really want to go there with me today? Okay? You forget I have the bully pulpit, and I'll break out some of the pictures of your naked squirrels. That seems to be going around these days, and people and pastors, pastors. Anyway, so let's see what. I'm trying to see what black fact that I want to use today. Okay. Let's do that one. All right. So before we get the show started, we got to do black facts. I would have already had to do black facts, but I had to go open the door.
Really?
Shade.
A lot of shade. It's cold over here.
Rizel, when you get off of my page advertising your poop butt show, are you serious, man?
Is he really doing that?
Yes, he is. Come on, Rizel.
Pandering for listeners.
That's exactly what it is.
Pandering.
He's pandering for listeners. Where do you go to get more listeners on the best show on the network, Black Focus?
That's it. If you the first best show, you wouldn't be doing it.
You wouldn't be doing that.
But we dig it, though.
We understand, Rizel. You can get some of our scraps.
It ain't what you fit in, player.
All right, so let me do these black facts. And actually, there are quite a few of them, man, but it's 27 important facts everyone should know about the Black Panthers. Now, I won't go through all of them because it's 27, but I'll go through a few of them. And then if you want me to, go into depth about what they're talking about, we can. But the first one is the Black Panthers' central guiding principle was an undying love for the people. Next, the Black Panthers outlined their goals in a 10-point program. The Panthers monitored the behavior of the police in black communities. The party grew tremendously and drew attention in cities everywhere. Free Huey, say that fast 3 times, became an infectious rallying cry following Huey Newton's arrest in 1967. The Black Panthers affirmed black beauty, which helped to attract more members. In other words, that fro, baby. Back in the day, it wasn't nothing like seeing a sister with a fro, man.
That's what's up.
Woo! Lord have mercy. I just had a flashback. The Black Panthers understood the media and effectively used it to their advantage. The Black Panthers launched the free breakfast program for children. The party had enemies in high places, including FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover, who launched COINTELPRO. Hoover feared the rising of the Black Messiah. Party members moved in together into Panther pads. Black women spoke out, gained more recognition, and helped to power the movement. The Black Panthers helped to sustain the party by selling party newspapers, which boasted impressive artwork. MLK's assassination left a devastating impact on the party. 17-year-old Bobby Hutton's killing by police impacted many. Eldridge Cleaver moved to Algeria and focused on expanding the party outreach abroad. David Hilliard temporarily took over command of the party. The FBI doubled down as a direct threat against the Black Panthers, who they perceived as a terrorist organization. The Panther 21 set a new precedent among party members. By the way, if you don't know who the Panther 21 was, okay, members in New York were arrested and accused of charges of terrorist activities. They were white women. Bet y'all didn't know that, did you? The momentum of the party began to dwindle due to growing hesitation on where the party was headed. Bobby Seale's trial helped give way for Fred Hampton to lead. Police raided the home of Fred Hampton, killing him and another party member. If you want to see police brutality in its finest, Go read the story of Fred Hampton. The LAPD opened fire against the Black Panthers, which led to a massive shootout. Huey Newton was released from prison and subsequently renewed the focus of the movement. The Black Panther Party split due to growing differences. So that age-old blackness of we can't work together split the party. The Black Panthers advocated for Bobby Seale's mayoral campaign in Oakland. And the last one, the movement slowly began to disintegrate, but the legacies of those involved in the revolution are long-lasting. And that's our Black Fact for today. And if you would like to sponsor Dynamic Black Facts, give me a call. By the way, Christmas season is right around the corner, folks. Y'all got to get those ads in. Let's get them running. Let's get you some business, no matter where you are. Even if you're not located in the state of Arkansas, we go all over the country, and you can go and tell your advertisers, hey, listen to this show, Black Focus, or listen to Joint Ed Radio, and hear our ads, okay? All right. Hey, what's up, Cliff? Cliff May is on the line with us as well, so thank good for seeing you. Cliff calls me 2 minutes before the show and wanted to have a meeting. Just wanted to talk to me.
That's what's up.
Okay. I'm like, Cliff, I'm your dog. I mean, I like you and all, but I'm getting ready to do a radio show. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. He just wanted to let me know to tell you that he misses you. No comment.
Oh, so what now?
Cliff wanted me to tell you that he misses you.
Tell Cliff the feeling is mutual.
Oh, okay. Yeah. By the way, we hadn't talked about it. Have you seen Pharrell's new outfit?
No.
You haven't?
No. And honestly?
No, I'm serious. We need to talk about this today.
What is he wearing, a dress?
Come over here and look at this. Let me turn that around for you. The new masculinity issue. So I have to talk about this, and I usually don't get into pop stuff, but this affects me, okay? So let me just tell you my point of view on this.
Affects you?
Well, let me tell you my point of view on this, okay? There is no such thing as a new masculinity, and you wearing a dress, dog. Now, there have been a wave of black males over the last 10, 15 years who go both ways. If you do that, that's your business, okay? Whatever you do, if you want to look feminine, that's your business. But you do not define what masculinity is for Pharrell Williams or nobody else or none of you all that are running around wearing girl clothing, period. You can buy what you want to buy. You can wear what you want to wear. But that does not define my masculinity, all right? So you come running up in my face with that mess, you liable to get punched, all right? I'm just being real with you, all right? I'm a man. I'm a strong man and proud of it.
Black man and proud.
That's what I'm saying, So all these people now all of a sudden like Malik Yoba coming out with that mess. Come on, man. If that's what you want to do, that's not new. It's like, remember when the dude came out with the book about the down low and everybody was claiming that all black men is on the down low? What an insult, okay? That's a damn lie. It was a damn lie then, and it's a damn lie now, okay? And it's never been true, but unfortunately a lot of sisters bought into that mess as well. Well, let me tell you, all black men are not on the down low. All black men are not feminine, don't want to be feminine. If you want to be that way for Pharrell and your ilk, you go right ahead, dog. That's on you. But I'll be damned if I sit back as a proud black man and allow you to bastardize what manhood is all about. I'm sorry, I ain't going for it. Period.
That First, let me say, as a black man, if you like to wear dresses and paint your fingernails, that's your business. I ain't got no problem with you doing that. But when it comes to trying to insinuate that that's what all black men should do or could do, I ain't with that one. You know, the older I get, unfortunately, I shouldn't say the older I get, the more stuff I see, the more I want to support censorship. Because some folks just shouldn't have a platform. I'm sorry. I hate to say that because I know how important it is to have a voice. But at the end of the day, I'm really getting tired of people trying to draw these lines, you know? I want to make this point because I think it's important because, you know, people often have this conversation. I'm going to make this point and I'm going to be done with this whole topic in general because I don't think it's really worth my energy. But, you know, people talk about the LGBT community and its movement. But the one thing that people fail to realize is that movement dragged until white men started coming out and saying that they didn't feel free. Again, Loving versus Virginia was a white man who wanted to have a black woman. Now, you think that thing would have passed if it was a black man wanting to have a white woman? I mean, let's just be real about where we are and why these things are happening. Let's not be so supportive of craziness, right? Now, listen, if you want to dress up in a dress, so be it. But don't you ever go on nobody's TV or get on nobody's radio or even on your own, even somewhere else and say that this is the norm or this is becoming the norm. Because let me tell you, I like pink shirts. I ain't gonna wear no pink panties. I like pink shorts, but I ain't gonna wear no pink bra. I like pink shoes, but I ain't gonna wear no pink scarf.
There you go.
So that being said, I'm gonna say to you, Robert Webb is just saying, I gotta tell nobody who I am. I live who I am.
There you go.
I ain't gotta tell you who I am. When you see me walking down the street, I ain't never been in no dress. Well, I take that back. I did wear a skirt in high school, but it was to prove a point. Nothing else. I wore a dress for Halloween in college, just to prove it was Halloween. So hey, there you go. Now, as far as me wanting to put a dress on and walk around and go out and have dinner, who the hell gonna do that? I'm 6'5", 300 pounds. People be looking at me crazy as hell. I look like a big old RuPaul. Come on now, stop it. Stop it, y'all. And black folk, please.
Dude, that's a bad
Don't be
visual.
supportive of these folks who are doing this craziness. Somebody sent me the barbershop video the other day. And let me tell you something, man. I have never been more embarrassed as a black man. I ain't got nothing against homosexuality. My thing is, really? Really? I'm glad I don't go to the barbershop. Peace.
I don't know what the barbershop video is, but it doesn't sound too good. My whole point is this. I don't care about your sexuality, but when you try to start defining men as feminine, when men aren't feminine, sorry, I'm just not buying that Kool-Aid. I'm not drinking that Kool-Aid, and I'm not going to kowtow to your personal agenda. And it is a personal agenda by the homosexual crowd to try to paint everybody as potentially homosexual. That's what this is really all about. If you want to be that way, bro, that's your business. You're still a human being. You still deserve rights and privileges. But where I draw the line with you and your movement is that you begin to try to assume that everybody else ought to be like you. No, that's not going to work for me. That's why when I hear about transvestites who deceive men and never tell them what they are, I stand on the side of those who are deceived, not the one who claims that it's so hard to date. You do not have the right to make someone else gay just because you are. Just like nobody has the right to sexually abuse or sexually assault anyone just because they were asking for it.
Hold on, Dave. I got a quick question for you. So man if a man was a man in high school, but by the time he graduates college, he a woman, is he still a man?
He's still a man.
But he ain't got no penis no more.
That doesn't matter. He still has all the testosterone and the muscle skeletal system, the physiology that he was born with. See, that argument is playing out right now in real time, whereas we are seeing men who are now defining themselves as women and are competing against women in track and field, in wrestling, in college, and they are beating these women. I've talked about this on my sports show, is that you still have the same physiology, you still have the same hormones as you did by which you were born with. So the fact that you want to identify yourself as a woman does not make you a woman, and we ought to draw the line. Here's one thing that we have to understand about this. We can't fix every damn thing.
But we try, don't we?
And that's the damn problem.
We try to fix everything but the black, but issues.
Exactly. And you have black people running along carrying water for the homosexual community when they don't give a damn about you personally. They care about their agenda. Now again, you can call me homophobic all you want. I'm not. Tons of gay friends, relatives that are gay, not a big deal to me, folks. Sorry. I'm just simply talking about what's right and what's wrong. And when for real, and there's this whole movement now of black entertainers who seem to be dressing, what do they call it, amorphous, or whatever they call it, where you can't determine whether you're male or female. You know, this craziness. You even have some people in the white community they are not even identifying some of their children by sex, whether they male or female. How idiotic are we going to go with this? We cannot fix everything, folks. And at the end of the day, logic has to take place. Period. End of story. Now let me get off my soapbox. I didn't mean to go in on that, but I just had to, because I keep seeing that picture, and see that's on the cover of GQ magazine. You see what I'm saying?
I won't be reading GQ anymore.
Exactly. It means I won't be reading GQ magazine anymore. Because I'm sorry, folks, if we're going to have a magazine that talks about masculinity, let's talk about masculinity. Let's do the things that masculine men do. You don't put people on that magazine that simply does not represent masculinity. That is not the new masculinity. Sorry. End of story. Period. You can get mad all you want. And if you're mad, you can scratch it and get glad. And you know what I'm talking about, scratching. Okay, I'm done. What else, Rob? What else you got, man? Man, that ticks me. And I've been trying to ignore it. I really have.
You can't ignore ignorance.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't ignore
and you know, I've been trying to ignore it and ignore it. And look, I'm sorry. If you get mad at me and don't want to listen to my show anymore, that's fine. But at the end of the day, just like I'm proud and I'm black, I'm proud and I'm a man. I'm a proud black man. And I'm going to hold up the values of what I believe manhood, black manhood should be. Black masculinity should be. And walking around in a dress, to me, is not black masculinity. Period. Now, if that's what you want to do, that's fine with me. I ain't mad at you about it. But don't sit around and start telling you that this is what the new telling people this is what the new masculinity looks like. This is what the new black male masculinity looks like. Because I'm going to tell you right off the bat, that's a bunch of crap. And if I wasn't on this radio show, I'd be cussing right now. That's a bunch of crap. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it coming across my page. Look, I am a See, I was trying to have a serious moment, Robert, okay? I'm just saying. I'm a proud black man. I make no bones about it. I ain't perfect, but I'm a proud black man, okay? It annoys me when I see some of these boys walking around here. They boys, but they have female hairdos.
Hey, by the way, if you bisexual, pick a damn team. You can't be on both. Pick a team.
Walking around with bees all in your hair and stuff. I got my hair braided when I was back in the day. Yeah, I'm bald now, but I had hair back in the day. But you knew you did certain braids that denoted that you were a man. You didn't have beads all in your hair. Come on, man. What is wrong with these kids? Well, okay, let me stop.
Yeah, you need to.
I'm sorry.
Let's move on to something else, because this right here, this ain't gonna never get over.
By the way, a lady is upset because she spent time and money traveling over 4.5 hours to meet someone who ended up being a 12-year-old boy.
Did she buy some toys? She should be flirting with big wheels. She must have had a big wheel, did she?
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
When she asked him, do you play video games? And he said, yeah, all day. That should have gave it away.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. Man, I'm telling you. By the way, these Fruit Loop...
These what? What? Come on, man. Stop. Read the thing, man. Stop. Come on. What you got?
I'm sorry. It's Friday. Okay. Y'all know the Friday show kind of goes off the rail every now and then. And it looks like it's already headed in that direction. Okay. So Reggie Swinton responds, thank you. Men got to be men. These Fruit Loop dudes, and it's a shame that women accept it, but then complain it's not enough men. Boom! Booyah! That's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? You're exactly right, Reggie.
Sweetie.
You are exactly right. Y'all accept this mess, and it ain't enough good men out here. Well, look, let me tell y'all something, man. When I would talk to kids, these young brothers, we did our rites of passage. We had girls and we had boys, and we had them in separate rooms, right? And when I would tell sisters, I'd say, sisters, if you want men to be what you expect them to be, then set the damn bar high. Because a man, he chases you. And if you tell him that, hey, I'm not going to accept a drug dealer, I'm not going to accept someone who doesn't get good grades in school, or whatever the case may be, guess what? That young black brother, he's going to step up to the plate, okay? Because if he won't find little sister say, hey, if you don't make good grades, you can't get with this. How soon would little Johnny be making good grades? In fact, he'd be on the honor roll.
You think?
I'm being real with you.
Nah, he just probably started liking girls then.
See, Robert.
Boys. Whichever. Whatever the case. I'm
just saying, man. I'm just in a bad. I'm trying to be in a good mood today. Tigers homecoming tonight. Oh, by the way, let me tell you. Welcome to the network. You didn't hear. You were not here earlier, but
I heard Reggie coming in.
Reggie Swinton is coming to the network.
Hold it down, brother.
Wide open with Reggie Swinton. It'll be Wednesday nights from 7 to 8 p.m. So we're looking forward to adding him to the web network as well. You're right. I'm just saying, a woman sets the tone, man. Look. I ain't trying to. That's what Jackie says. A woman sets the tone. She does. Look. Here's the one thing that men are stupid about.
What's that?
See, men and women are born with the same sexual desires. So as they grow older, women want it just as bad as men.
Really? So
Okay.
I should be going after 60-year-olds is what you're saying.
I'm trying to have an educational moment here, Robert.
My bad, go ahead.
Okay. The difference is women are taught to control themselves.
Oh, look. I ain't even let you go. Beep.
Robert.
Blah, blah. No.
Men, they are.
No.
Now, listen. Will you just listen to my
No,
point?
I'm not going to let you make that
Okay.
point, because now you sit there trying to say, they got control, man.
No, that ain't what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
y'all.
It
Women
is
can
not.
control this.
If you would let me finish my point.
I'm not letting you finish that.
Men-
Women, you're not gonna sit here and say
I'm gonna-
women got better control.
No, that ain't what I said. That ain't what I said.
I'm not about to hear you.
That's
David
not
Coleman.
what I
I'm
said.
not about to hear you, David Coleman. David W. Coleman. I'm not about to hear you, player.
I'm sorry.
All right,
Look,
then, player.
look, last I checked, this was a talk show that
But you ain't finna tell that.
has diverse comments.
That ain't diverse.
Okay.
That ain't diverse. That's one-sided.
Okay.
That ain't diverse.
You can make the other side once I finish my side.
Okay, yeah, sure. Go ahead. Make your side. Let's go. Get it going, Dave.
My point.
I don't think so, dog. You're not even gonna make the point, because I'm not letting it happen, dog. Sorry, not gonna do it.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
My point is,
Nah, man, don't make that point, man. I thought you were gonna move on to something else.
I am in just a second.
Oh, you really want to make this point?
Someone is saying make the point.
Who said it?
Latanya said, Robert, we want to hear him out.
Oh no, Latanya.
Thank
you
you.
want to hear him out, so you can start doing the little clap emojis on the thing. No. All right, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Okay. The point is.
Let me say this before you say that.
Okay.
Though. If you talking negatively about black men, it's about to be on up at this.
I'm not talking. I'm a black man. I love black men.
Do you? Do you go to that barbershop?
Let me take that back.
Just check it, dog. Go ahead. Go ahead. Everybody talking about let it finish. All right, go ahead, Dave. Make it dumb.
See, they even said it on your feed.
Make a terrible point.
So my point being is, before I was rudely interrupted, that women are taught to control their sexuality. Men are taught to pursue sexuality. So with that dynamic, women can basically determine how a man interacts with her. Now, that's not always the case, but in most cases, what were you thinking about when you were a 14-year-old boy, Robert?
Playing basketball.
You're a damn lie.
How you gonna tell me what I was thinking about? I was thinking about getting my hoop on.
Yeah, I'm sure you was thinking about getting your hoop on. Yeah, I'm sure. Just like every other 14-year-old boy.
You know, I can't speak for the 14-year-old.
He who said he had a crush on his teacher. But how old were you when you had your crush on your teacher?
22. That was my
You
Just saying, brother. I peaked late.
Okay. I'm just saying. My point is this, is that, sisters, if you all stop accepting this strange behavior, then it'll go away. That's the point I'm trying to make to you all before Robert slit my throat. Just stop allowing this. I'm just saying. By the way, sisters, did you know that harmful chemicals found in hair products marketed to black women? Did y'all know that?
Yeah, enhanced breast cancer.
As a matter of fact, the story came out of, now this is a recent story, October 15, 2019. Now, the story came out a few years ago, and many of you all may have heard this, but they believed, and we know for a fact, that they were using human remains in some of black hair products. As far as the afterbirth, the placenta, because those things are rich in nutrients needed to grow hair. So they did a study and found the question was, they took the average black girl ages 10 to 13, I believe, and the average white girl ages 10 to 13, and found that the black girls were going into puberty a year to a year and a half earlier than the same white girls. And they looked at the difference in upbringing, all of those things, all the set patterns, and found out that the main difference in the two was the hair products that the black mothers were using on their children's hair. To some extent, some young girls as young as 10 years old had already began to reach their periods. So the point I'm trying to make in bringing up this story is that y'all need to start reading your damn labels. Y'all just need to start. The best way to keep things from black people is put it in writing. Hello? Put it in writing. Do you read your contracts? I don't care if they're sitting behind a desk twiddling their thumbs. You know how they do when you read and they be over there, he'll be out there playing, some computer game waiting on you to finish reading. I say, okay, you might want to go for another level because I ain't through reading yet. That's what you need to do. You need to read your labels. What are you putting in your bodies? That's important. 855-525-5683 is the number. The latest video I posted on Facebook, actually, I shared it from Sean King. There is a white guy walking towards... You just need to see this video, bro, before I talk about it. Okay, can you see it? Let me start it over, because I want Robert to see it. And this is what I mean. Now, this is training. What do you see, Robert?
He got a knife, right?
He's got a weapon, whatever it is. Now, what I'm showing to Robert right now, if you have not seen this video, is a white man approaching two police officers swinging some type of weapon in his hand, because if he's swinging it, it is now a weapon. He walks up on the police, and he ain't shot yet. In fact, he didn't get shot. It was two of them.
He even walked away.
He even walked away, and he didn't get shot.
How amazing.
Now, again, did the training work, or was it the fact that he was white?
Man, that's tough. That's a tough call, man. I don't need to talk about the police right now. I can't do that.
Okay. Let me get to my
I'll
other
let you-
little.
I'll let you talk.
I got some little. We need to talk. Why, did you get a ticket or something?
Nah,
What they done to you?
nothing. I just left a meeting with them. I don't want to talk about them.
Okay. You gonna tell us about the meeting though, aren't
Yeah,
you?
maybe Monday.
Why Monday? You look forlorn.
Because if I talk about this, man, it's gonna be all day. It's gonna be the rest of the hour. It's Friday, man. We want to be light and froggy.
Well, we won't talk about it. So since I want to talk about the little white woman who spoke at the Fort Worth City Council.
What you think?
You hadn't heard this one?
No, I ain't heard
All right, we're gonna play this. Here we go.
My name is Courtney Miller. I am a criminal defense attorney, and I live in Arlington Heights, District 7. 6 years ago, I was sitting in my house, in my living room, watching a movie with my boxer, Birdie. The lights were on. I have floor-to-ceiling windows in the living room. The blinds were up. Anybody who walked by would have seen that I was home. At some point, my dog demanded to go out, and I let her back into the backyard and went back to watch my movie. About 5 minutes later, I heard her barking furiously, and I went into the kitchen, into the backyard, where I keep my back door open and my storm door shut. And as I walked to the patio, I saw two flashlights flitting across my backyard, in the dark, in the grass. And when I walked out to my patio, I had to yell out, "Who's back there?" And the answer that I got is, "It's the police." I'm a white woman in a middle-class neighborhood, and the circumstances of my call, the police were called out to a barking dog, not a welfare call, a barking dog. But the police came onto my property. They started flitting around and creeping around stealthily. They did not come to my front door and announce themselves when anybody could have seen that someone was home. Instead, they flitted around and they were stealthy. And it wasn't until I cried out that they announced themselves as the police. I am alive, and Tay is not. And that's white privilege right there. Because my biggest fear that night was, what if the police shot my dog? And I'm mortified to say that. But after that night, that was my feelings. What if they shot my dog? If I were a black woman in this city, my fear would be, what if they shot me? And that's the reality. I stand with you and I commend you for wanting to have a police oversight committee. What I ask of you is that you have a criminal defense attorney present on that committee. We watch body cams all day. We can tell you what's going on, and we can name names. Thank you.
Wow. What do you think about that?
Good comments. Great comments. Great comments.
I played that to segue into your, about your meeting. You look like you got your dauber down. I mean, did you go in with one expectation and apparently you've come out with another?
Nah, man. So I'll just give you the gist of it. The president of FOP, Ronnie Morgan, called the mayor and said that he wanted to have a meeting with Director Richardson. And I just felt it was important that I go with Director. I didn't want him to go up in there by himself.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went to the meeting, and my whole thing about going to the meeting was I just wanted to be there. I just wanted to be there just to have his back, right? Mm-hmm. And I will say the conversation, to some degree, to some degree the conversation was positive. But I'm just always
make it plain, Robert. Make it plain.
It's a couple of things they did that kind of really got under my skin.
Okay.
And I always try to caution. I always try to be cautious in the things I say in certain meetings. So I try to be cautious because I want to keep the lines of communication open. I don't want to say something to shut somebody down or to make them not feel comfortable about speaking the truth. But in this meeting, man, I was disappointed in myself for one reason, because there's a couple of things I said that I shouldn't have. And one of those things, well, I should have said it. I'm not going to lie, I said I shouldn't have. But
I agree. Get on with it, Robert. Quit trying to.
Police in our city, there is a true issue with policing in Little Rock. There is a true issue with that. And the FOP, again, I understand the job of the FOP. The job of the FOP is to protect their members, right? It's to protect their members. They say represent. I say protect. But my problem with the FOP and the police department, period, is don't try to say that you're a good cop. Don't say that to me. Because if you know that there are guys who are bad cops and doing bad things and you support them, or you don't say anything, then you support them. So you are a bad cop.
Logically speaking, yes.
So, no, that's logic, however you want to do it. That is the truth.
That's what logic dictates truth, Robert.
See, I'm not going to do this with you today. But today, the President Morgan, he was a little irritated about stuff being posted about him and his wife, about him saying, my wife didn't sign up to be a policeman. Well, when you go to a black person's house to arrest their son, his mother didn't sign up to be harassed. Mm-hmm. So I'm just asking, what is your point? And the thing is I wanted to say in that moment, but I thought that would shut down the conversation. I wanted to say to him, right then, hold on, man. You see that feeling you have right there? That's how black folks feel every time one of you cats knock on their door. Every time one of you cats pull them over. That's the feeling they have right there. Mm-hmm. Right there. That's that feeling. That's that feeling right there. You with me? Mm-hmm. I'm trying to control myself.
Do we need to take a break and let you gather yourself? I can go get you some tissue.
There are conversations, and that was, and I want to say this because I want to make sure I'm clear. I felt to some degree it was a good conversation. It was the beginning of something that could be very positive if it continues. But if it doesn't, it just speaks to what most of us feel already. And that is that, it's us against them.
See, you're talking in cryptic terms. We need you to be more specific.
Do you really?
Yes. You might as well, because
I don't want to discuss the meeting. Because
you don't have to discuss the meeting, but certainly you can give us more than what you just gave us.
Like what? What more?
I don't know. I wasn't in the meeting.
What would satisfy you, Dave?
Let's go to the phones and let you think about it for a little while. Get yourself together. Go take your shot of tequila. Couple of shots. Calm you down. Get you right. And then we'll be back. Hey, caller, you're on Black Focus Radio. What's on your mind?
Well, this is the troublemaker.
What up, Russ D?
Hey, Russ, how you doing?
Well, I heard Robert talking and said that mercenary officer Ronald Morgan was upset that people were posting stuff about him.
Yeah.
Well, did he mention a name? Who's posting stuff about him?
Really, Russ?
Well, and let me tell you, I'm disturbed that we have a group that this man is representing in contract negotiations with the city. And let me tell you why I have issues with that. In 2006, he was suspended 10 days for untruthfulness and falsifying records. Now, untruthfulness is liar. He's on the liars list.
So what was
One
it?
that the city says they don't have that we put out.
Russ, what was it?
So here you have a man who lies, is negotiating contracts with the city of Little Rock.
Russ, can you tell us what the incident was?
I don't have the whole file in front of me, but
Okay.
it just says rules and regulations, untruthfulness, falsifying records. So he falsified records and he was untruthful. And it doesn't matter if he lied about taking a donut or he lied about saying that somebody had a gun in their hands.
Right.
Because once you lie as an officer, that's it. Your career is over. Except in Little Rock, because we have the FOP that's negotiated all these things where the Chief Humphrey can't fire somebody that he wants to fire. He has to put them on administrative leave and give them a month to come up with a story on how they want to save them. And I know a lot of people don't like this, but 70% of our police force is an occupying police force that comes into town every day, often in cars that we provide to them to patrol and control this city and treat folks, especially those of color, that's black folks, as enemy combatants. And until we realize that and we make our voices known about this, people are going to continue to have things happen to them in this city.
Agreed.
And I'm going to tell Mr. Morgan, because I know they're all listening, I'll post anything I find about him and his ex-wife. Because that divorce record's public record. All the stuff they said about him, I didn't make it up. I got it off of Court Connect and put it on my blog.
You got that was a public document, you mean?
A public record, yes, sir.
So that's not
Everything
something.
I use
That's
is
nothing
public
you
record. I
fabricated.
don't use innuendos and made-up stories that we sit around in coffee shops like Community Bakery and come up with stories. I send the FOI request or I go and obtain public records. Just like the public record of him being a liar is a public record. Now, it's one that the police don't want to put out, but, same thing with the former president of the FOP, John Smack My Bitch Up Gilchrist. He was a liar. And how the city can sit there and in good faith negotiate with liars is beyond me.
Russ, I totally agree.
And
my
Robert's
friend.
done got me stirred up today. I may have to go out and start taking some pictures of police. If I
Don't do
can't
that.
get arrested, use my white privilege.
Don't do that, Russ. I'm not gonna drive the rest of the day. I just need to get somewhere and get quiet. Cause I was excited about the meeting, but I was also disappointed.
Now, was that a
about
public meeting?
Technically, it
One
was.
that they notified the press about?
They did not. They did
And
not.
this is a group that's promised transparency. I believe Chief Humphreys said, I'm transparent. They got it on their website. The mayor says he's transparent, but they didn't make a public announcement about this meeting?
They did not.
That's troubling, too.
Y'all are a bunch of troublemakers.
Who's that?
You and Russ.
What did I do?
Y'all are. I mean, I'm gonna have to excommunicate myself from y'all.
Yeah. Hey, what day did that Tuesday night? Was day
I'm
that
gonna have
Tuesday
to
night?
excommunicate myself from y'all. Gosh, what's wrong with
He was in there
y'all?
doing his own thing. I saw him texting the FaceTime while he was up in there. Don't do that.
Gosh.
Don't be doing that.
Y'all are just making this city unlivable.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't actually giving y'all. I was giving them some support, but it wasn't moral.
Rid of that Fraternal Order of Police. I know it's a national organization, but they have no business negotiating these contracts with the city.
All right, Russ. Good stuff. Appreciate you calling. 855.
Hey, man,
All right, man.
We need you to get in here, man, sometime soon.
855-525-5683. That's the first hour of the show. Get back with you in just a moment. Stay tuned on the other side. Robert, we need you to give us a little more details about your meeting, okay? Since it was a public meeting and you were there acting as our advocate, we need a few more details. So get your thoughts together. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to Black Focus Radio. Our issues, our solutions, our voices on JoyNetRadio.com. Boom, 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 boom.
Hello to quality time at Marco's. Hello to being a game changer, an original. And to those who make it authentic, we say hello with the Founder Select Pizza, Old World pepperoni, sliced Italian sausage, mushrooms, on dough made fresh every day, and a sauce from the original Gianmarco recipe. Hello to an Old World original. Every store, every day, the Italian way. Hello, Primo.
Serving the families of Clark County and the surrounding area since 1966, it's Mitchell Funeral Home. Understanding that a funeral is a celebration of life, the entire staff of Mitchell Funeral Home takes great pride in the caring, personal, and professional service they offer. Cremations, funeral plannings, burial policies, life insurance, notary, and monument sales are a few of the services we offer. Mitchell Funeral Home, Arkadelphia, 870-246-2611. Mitchell Funeral Home. Quality you can appreciate, service you can do.
Hello, I'm Anthony King of Lighthouse Financial Solutions. We provide you with the best option and approach to improve your credit scores. We help you eradicate all those bad debts and deal. And also, did you know everything requires a credit check? Stop by and visit us at 6701 West 12th Street, Suite 9 in Little Rock, or come visit us on our web at lighthousefinancialsolution.org, or give us a call at 501-916-9288. This is the year of your release. Come visit us and help you raise your credit scores.
I'm so glad I found the Kick Above. It's like my very own personal training studio. A Kick Above removed the guesswork and intimidation and offered me a very supportive and structured environment specific to my personal goals. Kim Leverett and her certified personal trainers even offered nutritional guidelines for my personal workout. It's about me at a Kick Above. Call 501-868-8850 or go to akickabove.com. Now, what am I wearing tonight? Thanks to a Kick Above, I look marvelous.
Hi, this is Alvin from Habibi's 4317 East Broadway in North Little Rock. We still have the green top at your very next stop. The same great service, but more on it. Give us a call, 501-663-1553 or 664-2992, or call our toll-free number, 1-877-HABIBI-1. Diapers, pull-ups, hospital bill, wheelchair,
Roselle.
diabetic supplies.
I'm gonna put your damn truck on the flat, Roselle.
Medical Supply Center.
Hell to the old gold, hell to the black. The Little Rock Central.
Robert Webb, I'm looking for a co-host for a real talk show. If you're interested, hit me up.
Catch all of the great home game action.
You going over there if you want to. You think the grass green on the other side? You grown.
Smith Southside. Former Tiger player David W. Goldman brings you all of the exciting play-by-play analysis. Hell to the old gold, hell to the black. The Little Rock Central High Football Tigers are back right here on JoyNetRadio.com.
You got it. He's Little Rock's answer to your aggravation. Joy Network.
The views and opinions expressed today on Black Focus Radio are not the views and opinions of the station, its management, or its advertisers. Now, let's get ready to focus on our issues, our solutions, using our voices on Black Focus Radio.
Welcome to Black Focus, the show designed with our community in mind, where we focus on our issues, developing our solutions, using our voices. Central Arkansas, surrounding areas, and the nation. Get ready. Black Focus starts right now. Phone lines open at 855-525-5683. So here's your host, David W. Coleman and Robert Webb.
All right, welcome back to the second hour of the show, Black Focus Radio. Our issues, our solutions, our voices on JoyNetRadio.com. Want to remind you, 640, the pregame show tonight for all of you Little Rock Central grads. It's homecoming, so y'all come check it out. And look. I know I ain't got nothing to do with the vote, but Central, don't pull a Memphis Whitehaven on us, okay? Please don't do that. Just don't do that to me. All right? Okay. Want to remind you tonight that the game will be going on yours truly right here on JoyNetRadio.com. Go ahead and get that app downloaded. Make sure you have it downloaded so you won't have to be looking for it once the game starts, of course. And we got a great interview tonight with Coach Kent Laster. It's amazing. You know, he and I have become very good friends. And I would just say that there was a lot of opposition for him getting that job from, guess who?
Who?
Take a guess.
David Cole?
No, not me. I didn't know him.
I don't know Dave, because I don't know him either.
Black people.
Black people, what?
There was a lot of opposition for him getting that job from black people right here in Little Rock.
I don't know if I believe that, Dave. I believe you're not being truthful.
Okay? Okay? I'm just saying. We got to do better, folks. We got to do better. Anyway, 855-525-5683 is the number. That's how you get in touch with me. Before we ended the last hour, we were talking to Robert because he was forlorn. He was pensive. He was contemplativeless, plating whether or not he should say something. So we want to give Robert the opportunity to complete his thought this hour about his meeting with the police chief, and considering that it was a public meeting, or should have been, and the public should have been alerted, then we feel like we should know what happened.
Let me say
so
this.
First of all, let me just interview you, okay? Why did you have the meeting? What was the meeting set up to be?
The FOP called a meeting because they felt that Director Richardson was not supportive of the FOP, and they wanted to have a conversation to see if they could fix that.
Okay, so when they say supportive of the FOP, what exactly does that mean? Was that question asked?
No, but I think you'd have to ask them to answer that question. I can answer.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So when you say supportive of the FOP, what does that mean?
Again, you got to ask them. I have no idea.
Okay.
But they made mention of some comments he made, and if you look at the comments, well, the one thing, I can't have this conversation right now. I really can't.
Yeah, you can, Robert. Come on, dude. You got to purge. We don't want you to go into the weekend.
Well, two things, man. Two things for me, though, right? Man, it's hard to be a radio show host and an advocate, right? And I say those two in the same breath, right?
Wait a minute.
It's hard to be. Hold on, man. Hold on. No, I'm not. It's hard to be both, because the thing is that.
So you are an advocate.
So there was an opportunity in that room, I felt, to have some further dialogue, right? Mm-hmm. And so for me, I want to keep that. I want to keep those communications open. Mm-hmm. So I don't want guys to feel that, hey, you know what? We need to watch what we say because Robert gonna go back and say it on the radio. I don't want to do that. Mm-hmm. So that's why I say right now I don't feel good talking about it because I'm a little irritated about the meeting. And furthermore, again, I thought it was a really good opportunity, right? I thought it was a really good opportunity that hopefully will open up more dialogue. And I don't want to jeopardize that because I know these guys listen, right? So I don't want to say anything that might be detrimental to building the bridge, right? So for that reason alone, I'm going to be very vague and limited in what I say. Because again, I'm an advocate. I'm about helping people. And so for me to sit here and share my true feelings right now would be a positive thing for anybody. And like I said, I believe it's a good opportunity to continue to have some dialogue because, man,
I agree, Russ. It was a public meeting, so spill it.
So having these conversations. But again, guys, while it was public, the public wasn't there.
Well.
And like I said, this is an opportunity, in my opinion, this is an opportunity to do some things beyond this. And I don't want to do anything to jeopardize having an opportunity to do that.
Let me tell you a little story I heard one time. This guy raised a pet rattlesnake and fed him. Used to bring him little mices and stuff. And they developed a good relationship. Mm-hmm. Then one day, he was feeding the rattlesnake. And after the snake ingested the mouse, he bit the owner. And as the owner was dying on the floor, he looked up at the rattlesnake and he said, "Hey, I've taken care of you all this time. I've fed you. I've kept you cool, dark places. Why'd you bite me?" And the snake looked back down at him and said, "What did you expect? I'm a rattlesnake. That's my nature."
Okay. That's very good. That's a very good analogy.
So my point being to you, and I understand what you do, and I'm glad now to hear that you are finally admitting that you are an advocate again. When I heard
temporarily out of retirement.
When I heard that, I almost cried. I started crying again.
Will you stop?
He's back, y'all. He's back. Our hero is back.
Will you stop it?
But my point being is that the FOP is a rattlesnake. They only give a damn about themselves. Long as you're feeding them, long as you're saying kind things about them, they're okay with you. They don't believe in civil rights. They don't believe in human rights. So any conversation that they have should be looked upon with a jaundiced eye. Just my perspective. Now, understand your point of view, that you're hoping that it's going to open up bridges. It is not with those people.
I don't know that, Dave. And I can't say that because there's too many people who look like me dying in my community for me to say that, man. I have to do everything I can to keep those lines of communication open because I want to keep having those conversations because I believe it could improve. I'm hoping it can improve police relations with black folk. That's what I'm hoping.
You know how you improve
hold on, Dave.
police relations with black folks?
But for me to do that, I feel, right, that there are certain things, whether I want to discuss or not, I just can't.
Okay.
Because I don't want anybody to make it seem like I'm grandstanding at their expense. Because, we shut down when we feel like people are grandstanding on us.
Okay. I understand that.
And at the end of the day, more than anything, I just want people who look like me to be safe when they interact with the police. That's my ultimate goal.
I understand
That's my
that.
ultimate goal.
But the only way that that's going to happen...
That's your opinion.
Right. It's my opinion. But I have plenty of evidence to see. Again, it goes back to that moral thing that we talk about, is that if you have goodness in your heart to treat everybody equal, then I understand your argument. But the FOP, not just here in Little Rock, but across this country, has proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that they don't care about people and individuals. They care about an entity. Because, as you said, if you are a bad cop, if you're the FOP and you know you've got a bad cop, why are you defending him? Because what that does is cast aspersions on other good cops. So you can't tell me that you are a good cop when you're spending resources and money and muddying the waters of black people to defend racist and illegal cop activity. The classic example of that is just what happened in Fort Worth with Tatiana Jefferson. Is that was the FOP and their communications officers, from what I understand, who decided to send the picture out of the gun that Tatiana Jefferson had in her home. Because it's a playbook that they use not just here in Little Rock, but across the country, and that is to muddy the water of anybody who comes in contact with the FOP that you don't agree with them.
And I don't disagree.
I cannot negotiate with anyone like that. To me, they're nothing more than the law enforcement and of the KKK. Now, you're different from me, okay? That's what makes this show work. Me, the black man over here, I'm not negotiating with anyone who does not start off by agreeing that I'm a man, you're a man, and I deserve the same rights and privileges that you do. And if you can't agree with that, and not just say it in word, but say it in deed, then There is no negotiation. So you call a meeting for Director Richardson because you don't think he like you, but every day in this community, you prove that you don't like the black community. Well, isn't that the pot calling the kettle black? Kiss my ass.
That's why I say I think this is a great opportunity to have some further discussions. And for that reason and that reason alone, I'm not going to have any further. I don't want to talk too much about the meeting because, like I said, I want guys. I want to be able to have a conversation where guys feel comfortable to say the things that we need to say in a room where they won't have to worry about it spilling out. Because that's important. I mean, you don't want to come in a room with a guy you know that he's going to go back and tell everything as soon as you say it to him. I mean, I think that's important. I've been in meetings where we've had conversations and then I later hear about it from somebody else. During those times, I'm like, I'm done talking. Because the thing is that if we're going to have a conversation, I want the conversation to stay in the room until we talk about it.
I understand that.
Right?
I understand that.
What happens is, here I say something here, somebody else takes what I said, and unfortunately, they mangle it all up. And then it gets back
But
to
you were
somebody
the
else
one who
to tell
came
me
on this show upset with your little panties in the wad, and I'm trying to help you out, and they let you purge, and I want to talk about it. I want to talk about
because
it.
I don't, and like I said, because I'm hoping that these conversations will continue, and it will give us an opportunity to really see some change between the police department.
Remember my story about the
and people south of
rattlesnake?
630. I hear you.
They don't care about us.
So let me tell you.
Okay.
Let me tell you, Dave. Hold on, Dave.
They don't care about us.
I can't take that approach in my advocate role.
I understand that. I understand that.
I have to deal with them, or I have to believe, not deal with them, but I have to believe that from the conversation I heard today, that they are truly sincere about bridging the gap between the black community and the police department.
Okay.
I have to believe they are sincere. Because let me say this.
All right.
You had the president and the vice president.
Hold on, if you're sincere, drop the support with Charles Starks right now.
Hold on, Dave. You had the president and the vice president of the FOP in a room saying that they really wanted to figure out a way to bridge the gap between the BPOA and the black community. Now, to me, that's a start because they admitted that there is a problem. And before you can fix it, you got to identify there's a problem.
They've been knowing there's a problem.
Hold on. They admitted there was a problem. And they also said, tell us what we can do.
No. We don't need to tell you. You need to tell us what you going to do.
Well,
did that come up?
Part of that I agree.
I don't mean you to get off into your little conversation so you won't hurt none of their feelings. This is not Robert Webb saying this. This is David Coleman saying this. I don't trust y'all asses. Okay, you've proven that you don't deserve trust from the black community. You want trust from the black community? Let me just tell you what you can do. You can stop harassing people in the black community. Okay, start treating people in the black community with respect. Make sure that your officers live in Little Rock, not in some outlying county. That's what you can start doing. Okay, I'm sorry, I interrupted you. I'm
No, they asked the question, what can we do? And they weren't talking, I don't think they were talking about the BPOA. I think they were more talking about what can they do to bridge the gap between the black community and the police department. And I thought that was a great start. And there were a couple of things that were thrown back and forth. And hopefully we can have further discussions about how we address that as we move forward. But you have to I have to trust the conversation. I have to. Because at the end of the day, I'm about positive change. So I have to trust the conversation. Because that's going to impact people in my community. My people who look like me, who act like me, and not the ones who always think like me, because Dave, you hardly ever think like me. But I have to be,
somebody has to be on a higher plane.
I have to trust the conversation. Okay. I really have to.
All right.
And not only that,
can I tell you another little story?
Hold on, Dave. Okay. I also want to say that for those guys to sit in that meeting and say that, that meant a lot to me. Because let me say this: there was the mayor, city manager, the mayor's chief of staff. I think I don't know what Kendra's title is. Myself and Director Richardson. There were 6 blacks and 2 whites, and they were comfortable having the conversation they had, which led me to believe that there is a way we can go forward. I believe that because they actually said some things in there, and I think that if we can get in the room and have some conversations, I believe that we can really make some progress in the relations between the police department and the black community. I truly believe that. Because today, while I still was pissed off and irritated because of the mentality, I still believe that we can have some progress. We can have some good conversation for progress.
Said the slave to the master, "Don't sell me down the river." Oh, boy, I ain't gonna sell you down the river. You my best slave. 6 months later, "Master, I thought you weren't gonna sell me down the river." "Boy, shut up. You just a slave. You don't have nothing to say about this. I need the money."
Can
Bye.
I be a fair nigga though? I want to be a fair nigga.
You can be whatever you want, brother. My point being
I'm
is,
gonna go pick this cotton boss. I'll be right back.
okay, well, you hurry up and make sure you pick your share. My point being is that I don't trust a word they say. If you knew your relationship in the black community was bad, other than just now.
Well, hold on now. These guys, hold on. In fairness to these guys, so before these guys,
I'm not trying to be fair to them. They're not fair to us.
Hold on. Will you hold on 1 second?
Why don't we just go hug them? Did y'all hug?
I ain't hugging nobody.
Did y'all hug them?
No.
Did y'all hug?
Did
y'all hug and kiss and break bread over tea and crumpets? Is that what y'all did?
Are you gonna hold on 1 second? Okay. So before Morgan, I can't think of the other detective's name. I can't think of their name. I can't think of his name. But before these two guys became president, you had John Gilchrist. And John Gilchrist, when he was there was a lot of stupid stuff that happened that I won't repeat. But there were a lot of things that happened that were not positive. Okay? And so these guys said, "Hey, we have identified that there were some problems. We've identified that. And our administration, we want to try to bridge that gap." Hold on, Dave.
How long ago was John Gilchrist president?
He just left, I think, a few months ago.
A few months ago.
Okay. So the point is this is a new administration, and they want to work. They want to work with the community. I can't in good conscience say no to that. I'd be a fool to say no to that.
No, I don't say no to it.
Because at the end of the day, and then again,
you know what you say to them? Show me what you got.
Hold on, Dave. And as far as trust goes, I enter into this as I enter into any other discussion that I've ever entered into, right? I'm going to have these meetings privately. Mm-hmm. We're going to have these conversations. Mm-hmm. I'm going to give or lend thoughtful, well thought out, easy to implement solutions to the problem when it comes to dealing with black folks in the black community.
I got an easy one. I got an easy one. I got an easy one. Don't be a damn racist. That's the easiest one you can do right there, dog.
Hold on, Dave. That being said, when those communications break down for whatever reason, if I feel it necessary to have public commentary, then I will.
Okay.
Right?
We ain't talking about your public commentary. You done told us we ain't none of our damn business because you're meeting with your little mayor.
I'm not saying that.
And it's your mayor now.
Your mayor.
No, you don't want to call a meeting and can show up at a meeting with the mayor, the city director, the chief of staff, and who else? All the big wig black David government ain't even got to go. They don't even call me. Don't even return my calls anymore.
Russ and Ian meet once a quarter with the chief. What you talking about, dude? I ain't got no clout. That's Russ and Ian that got the clout. But listen, man. This is the thing right here for me. I would have never been in that meeting had I not asked Director Richardson if I could attend. He allowed me the privilege of being there. I mean, I was there. I was there with his permission. I wasn't there just because I wanted to be.
He didn't call David Coleman. Did Director Richardson call any one of y'all? Did he call y'all? No. He didn't call me. Did he call you? You got your number? Okay. See. I understand you don't want to divulge your little secret conversation.
Well, it wasn't anything secret about it. I mean, listen. We had a conversation. The majority of the conversation.
Okay.
A majority of the conversation was about. They couldn't talk about the incident with Director Richardson because it was under investigation.
Right.
But we talked about other incidents with Director Richardson when he went down on Lower Street when they had a incident and they said Director Richardson was down there trying to police the police, which was not true. We talked about those things and Director Richardson shared with them the work he's done. He shared with them that he put together.
Let me ask you something. Why wasn't a member of the BPOA in there? Were they invited?
They
should have
Director
been.
Richardson wanted them to be there, but the FOP. Now hold on. And I thought this was a fair. I thought this was fair. The FOP wanted to have the conversation with Director Richardson himself because they wanted to address the issues that they felt Director Richardson had with the FOP.
That's not fair.
What I get what they were trying to do. They wanted to be able to have a
You allow the BPOA there because you recognize them as a legitimate body. The fact that they didn't want them there is the fact that they don't want to recognize the BPOA as a legitimate body.
Well,
Now you might want to
hold on
believe
now.
that smoke screen,
Chief.
but I ain't buying it, dog. Don't come run up in here. We don't want the BPOA here because this is our issue. No, y'all are police just like they are,
I don't disagree.
and you don't recognize them.
I don't disagree.
Okay?
I don't disagree. But again,
I'm standing up for you black brothers. Robert ain't.
But again,
Selling y'all out. Selling y'all out,
Selling
man.
who out? Who am I selling
My
out?
brother, I never thought I'd see the day on a Friday. I'm sorry. I got emotional.
I got to read this. Thank you.
I didn't take my pill.
You ready, Dave?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you very much for saying this. I'm not going to tell Dave who you are.
Who is it?
David Coleman is a radio personality, not an advocate. So I'm not a radio personality. I'm just an advocate. But I'm a capitalist, though, so I ain't going with that.
I'm proud to be a radio personality.
But I don't get to be one, though. They just said I'm just an advocate.
Well, you do lack a little personality every now and then.
Well, how black of you, my friend.
Rizal said, ask Robert to show you his honorary LRPD badge and ID. Was that shade?
Really?
I thought you wanted to be on your show. I thought you wanted to be on your talk show, Rizzy.
Really? Really?
But here's my point, and I think LaTanya makes a point too. A leopard doesn't change its spots.
Guys, I cannot believe that, because if we believe that, then what you're saying essentially is that we're just doomed to die. That's what you're saying. We just doomed to damn die. Because if you're saying these guys can't change,
no, we're not,
or that they won't change,
no, we're not doomed to die.
That's it.
We need to develop countermeasures against them and defend ourselves. Okay? Saying doomed to die that says there's no hope. There's always hope. The hope is in our community, that we defend ourselves both economically and socially and physically. So no, we're not doomed to die. What I'm simply saying is that this organization has a long track record, a historical track record that dates back for hundreds of years. Okay? And I'm hard pressed to believe that all of a sudden you've had an epiphany to think that, we want to get along with the blacks now. No, you don't. That's a damn smokescreen, okay? Because if you want to get along, you know what the issues are in this community. It is simple. Residency is number one and foremost. Police harassment and brutality is number two. If you really want to do that, then support those in this community who want residency. Start coming up with ideas that says, hey, look, the community doesn't trust us because they look at us as an occupying force. How can we fix that problem? Let's go to real estate agents and companies and say, hey, let's figure out a way where the city can supplement you moving back into Little Rock and working in the communities by which you police. That would tell me that you are legitimate, not being upset because someone called you out of your name. Sorry, look, maybe I've gotten jaded here, but right now, it's kind of like the girl who cheats on you and you keep taking her back. She cheats on you again, she comes back, and you keep saying, well, baby, I ain't gonna do it no more. But you never hold her feet to the fire to see that she's changed her attitude. And guess what happened? She cheats on you again. Okay? This time she gives you gonorrhea. The next time she's going to give you herpes.
But if it's good,
you see.
When I go to the doctor, I'm going to get her some medication.
But my point being is this. Okay. Is that this police department, not just here, but across this country, has a track record of abusing black people.
So what do I do? Nothing? You just want me
no, that's not what I'm saying.
Well, what are you saying?
Then you have to come to us and simply say that, hey, look. Pause. Oh man, okay. I don't think that's today, isn't it? Oh man, I'm not gonna be able to make this. I'm gonna give them away because I've got to do the central broadcast tonight.
Yeah, you can get mine.
Okay, but I'm just simply saying these people got a track record, and until you show me that you have changed your ways, not just coming in there with a big box of Kleenexes crying, talking about y'all talking about me. What have you done, brother, to show me that? There's so many analogies you can use. It's like the drug addict who says, I want to get cleaned up. Can you help me out? But what does the druggie do as soon as you turn your back? He's going through your damn medicine cabinet trying to find your pills.
Well, let me
I don't mean to be harsh, and I understand your point of view. You know, I've been in negotiations where things should remain private. But to me, if you're going to negotiate in good faith, then you come to a meeting that you called with solutions, not asking other people for solutions, because what that does is absolve you as if you are holier than thou. You've done nothing wrong. No, that doesn't work for me.
Okay.
Sorry.
Let's agree to disagree on that one. I think, again, you know, I'm very critical of the city board, of the board of directors. And I'm very critical of them because I have worked with them enough to know.
Roselle told me to check you for a wire. Come over here, bro. Let me. Hang on.
Hey, man. Oh, jeez.
I ain't gonna grab the crotch. I hope it ain't a crotch wire.
It's in my phone, but that's all right. But this is the thing.
I just checked him, Rizzo.
I have worked with the city board enough that my criticism of them, I think, is fair. Because I work with them enough, right? I can't say that about the police department because I have yet to work with them on this level. I've worked against them, but I have yet to work with them. So I can't be critical of them yet until we have some conversations.
You want one of them little shiny badges, don't you?
Nah, I don't care to have a badge. But I want to have a conversation, and I want to see if that conversation will bear fruit. And if the conversation bears fruit, then I think we all win.
Okay, so what fruit are you hoping it to bear? Can you give us one example?
Well, while I was in the meeting, I told them that I think that interacting with the black community would go a lot further if police officers would get out their cars and introduce themselves to folks, because the only time that we see them is when somebody calls them. And I think they would have a better. I think there would be better opportunities. I mean, I would like to imagine a guy getting a call. You know, there's two white officers, and one white officer responds to a call and says, "Hey, I'm going to, 16th and Alligator," and one guy jumps on and says, "Hey, that's Miss So-and-so's address. You know, she got a son named blah, 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 and she got a son named blah, blah, blah. Great people, man. If you get there, there's a lot of guys outside. They always out there sitting on the porch drinking beer. They're some good guys, right? Just giving them a heads up because I think that's good policing, right?
I'm laughing at you.
So when they get there...
you know why I'm laughing at you?
You don't have an
You know what you were making fun of me of? I think it was the day before yesterday.
Being naive.
Yes. You know how you are so damn naive, Robert. That is not going to work.
I have to be naive when it comes to trying to save
They don't care.
Who looks like me. I have to
Look,
be naive.
in order for them to do that, they have to care about you on a human level.
Well,
they don't see black people as human beings. That's why they don't get out of the car. It doesn't take a rocket science to do this. This is not something that you got to institute in policy. That's just treating people with respect. You see what I'm saying?
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Lord.
But again, I'm saying to you that we have to have some kind of process. I just can't. Dave, to me, Just imagine if those two ladies who are working off duty.
We got fish fry tickets to give away. I'm gonna cut you off, but I want to make sure I get this out.
Yeah, you are. You doing it.
I'm gonna let you finish. Let me just read this to you, and I'll let Robert get back to his mamby-pamby sucking up to the police.
I'm done.
No, don't get sensitive now, because you were criticizing me when I was talking about how people believe. All right, so we've got 4 tickets. If you're free tonight, I can't go because I'm going to be calling the Little Rock Central broadcast tonight. But let me read this to you. It's the 33rd annual Friendly Chapel Fish Fry tonight from 4:30 to 7:30. And it's at the Verizon Arena in North Little Rock, and I've got 4 tickets. So if you want to go, the tickets are no cost. You need to call me right now. First person that calls me, I'll give you these 4 tickets. Otherwise, when the show is over, I'm going to take them over to North Little Rock and I'm going to give them away to somebody else. In fact, if you don't get them, then I'm going to take them over there and give them away to some homeless people.
All right, I got some great comments. It says, they saying they won't give me a break today. That's right. Another one said a badge? Hell no. That crap would be training day too. That's what's up. That's what's up. And they said that won't work. They've prejudged us before they approach us.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why they shoot us like stray dogs.
That's what I'm saying.
But my point to that is that I would at least like to try to have the conversation, because having that conversation, it could save one brother's life. That brother could be your son, my son, somebody else's son. If that was somebody else's son, I guarantee you they would say, Robert, go take your butt down there and have that meeting and have that conversation, because that might save somebody's life.
One conversation.
Hey, one life.
If they're killing 100, but you save one, that's acceptable to you?
To me, every life is precious. Every life is precious.
That's to you, but to them, every life isn't precious.
That's one less mother mourning the death of her son.
I agree, and that sounds wonderful and all, Pollyannish and stuff like that. But the fact of the matter is,
I'm a Pollyannish brother.
They don't give a damn about black people.
And I understand that, Dave.
You see, in order for this to stop, because I keep making the point, is black cops don't do what they do.
Black cops don't what?
Black cops are not killing white suspects.
Black cops killing black suspects.
Okay?
Dave, black cops kill black suspects,
but
Dave.
They're not killing white suspects.
I don't give a damn what they kill. Okay? I'm talking about black folk. I'm talking about me right now.
Listen to my point.
About me. Folks look like me.
I understand that.
I'm talking about white folk.
If
white folk can fight their own
to kill someone,
they ain't killing them.
To kill someone, you have to have disregard for their life, regardless of the circumstances, even if it is self-defense.
That assumption.
It is. What other assumption can you make when you kill someone? I just posted a story.
But see, Dave, this is what bothers me. Whenever we had this conversation, I keep telling you, the things when you say stuff like that, that bothers me.
Why?
And the reason it bothers me, because if you say that a guy is racist, that's why he killing black folk. Ain't no way to fix that. You can't fix that. There's no way to fix that.
No, now you're getting it.
So what you're saying is it can't be fixed. So why the hell should they make it?
If they wanted it to, you can't fix it, Robert.
I ain't saying me.
They have to fix it.
But Dave,
you know what I've always
fix a racist?
What have I always said? Who created racism?
How do you fix a racist?
Who created racism?
How do you fix a racist?
Who created racism?
How do you fix a racist?
I don't know. I didn't create it.
Well, damn.
Okay. Why you keep it's almost asking me.
I deal with what I can fix.
It's almost asking me.
I only deal with what I can fix. Dave.
So, but
you can't fix it. I ain't dealing with it.
You can't fix racism.
I ain't trying to fix racism. I'm trying to fix the police department.
The police department was
birthed. Police department and black folks. That's what I'm trying to fix.
The police department was birthed through racism.
I understand.
And it continues to operate through racism.
I understand all that.
If they want to fix it, just like I've said about white people, if you want to fix racism, you have to fix it. You made it. You created it. It is your baby. It is your Frankenstein. Black people have spent too much damn time trying to fix white people. We can't fix them. We too busy trying to fix them and can't fix our damn selves. They made this monster. They have to create it. The police department made this monster. Now, if you want some advice as what you're giving them, great. But at the end of the day, if you want to fix the problem, the police have got to fix it. They are the ones who are killing black people for ink pens. They are the ones who are killing black people for cell phones. They are the ones who are killing black people for anything that they can imagine. Period. Black cops aren't doing that. And it's happening across this country. Period. Now, if they want to fix it, fix it. I'm all for helping you. But show me some remorse. Every time a cop violates a black person's civil rights, don't defend him. Every time a police department fires a cop, whether he black or white, for not following police procedure, don't get his job back. That's how you tell me that you want to fix it. Don't tell me, oh, well, I got to defend them because they pay dues. Well, put them out. This is how you fix it. You got to have some humanity here. And the fact of the matter is, there is no humanity when it comes to black people and police across this country. We have too much evidence to prove it. Too much. The black fact alone, and when they went in and killed those Black Panthers, that's what that was all about. They don't have humanity for black people. This is ingrained in their minds. This is in their heads. They're raised this way. I'm sorry if it offends you or them that I call them racist. I call it like I see it. You can't act like a dog and not be a dog. You can't act like a racist and not be a racist. You can't say racist things like this president says and pass racist policies like this president does and not be a racist. I'm not concerned about your feelings. You created that monster. You created that concern. Now, if you don't want me to call you a racist, then show me that you're not. And just because you have black friends does not make you a racist. Hello? That's all I'm saying. I agree that there needs to be conversation. But again, if you cannot agree that we both start at the same starting line without obstacles in our way, and you agree or meet me as a man, then we can't have a conversation. We can't have a conversation. And unfortunately, what happens is that a lot of these police officers go into our communities and they don't give a damn about us as individuals. They just don't. They just don't. And we've got to understand that. I know it hurts a lot of people's feelings, and I know some of you all want to live in this wonderful. I do too. I don't want all this bigotry and racism. I'm 58 years old. I'm tired of it. It's hurting my head. I posted a story earlier today on my wall that talks about how black people die earlier and how racism affects their health. We live with this every day. You don't have to tell somebody they're being racist. They know it. We live with it every day. I just need you to treat me like a man. Just treat me equal. I don't want I don't want no special privileges. I just don't. I don't want you to give me a hand up. Just make sure that I'm going to get the same rights and privileges as you are. When I approach a police officer, or when he approaches me, I just want you to treat me with respect. I got stopped by police a few years ago, and you know what he said to me? He said, "Boy, can I have your driver's license?" And I looked him in the eye and I said, "Excuse me, officer. I'm probably old enough to be your daddy. I'm not your boy. He had no respect for me as a grown-ass man. And I asked him, I said, how old are you? He said, I'm 27. I was 48. I'm old enough to be your dad, and you call me a boy? Would he have did that if that would have been a white man? He would have said, sir, let me see your driver's license. It's about in your heart. That's what racism is all about. If you want to change, it begins in your heart. It doesn't begin because you want to go to someone else and say, what can we do to be better? You begin to be better in your own self. And then you go to those people and say, hey, look, I'm better. Let me show you how. Let me show you why. Let me show you how I've changed. That's how you do it. So I admire what you're doing, Robert. I support what you're doing, although I'm going to talk about you like a dog behind your back. I'm letting you know up front, I'm going to talk to that no good Robert, that damn sellout. I'm just being fair with you, you know? Yeah. But I'm sorry. This is just me saying this.
I dig that.
I can't trust them, man.
I dig that.
I'm scared to death of them.
I dig that.
Okay? And I know my human rights. I know my civil rights. I know the Constitution. But I'm scared to death of police, whether they be black or white. That should not be that way. And if I'm afraid of them, as smart and intellectual and educated as I am, what is the little black kid thinking?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
I get that.
So when he runs, he's not running because he's trying to evade the law. He's running because he's scared of you. And your only recourse is to pull out your weapon and shoot him in the back. That's humanity, man. That's the lack of it. I can't go with that. Until you show me you ready to change, until you show me you ready to get off that pipe, until you show me that you're ready to get off that corner selling your body, until you show me that you're ready to stop spending all your money on junk that makes no sense, I can't help you, brother. I just can't. You understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
But again, I admire, I agree with what you're trying to do.
Is that tongue in cheek?
No, I'm being honest.
All right.
But it's like negotiating with the rattlesnake. Because at the end of the day,
But I gotta try.
because it was them who came up with Blue Lives Matter.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No, brother. No, Mr. Police Officer. Blue lives don't matter when it comes to real lives,
Mm-hmm.
but it does to them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm off my soapbox.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Because honestly, man, what I'd really like to see is I'd really like to see, an open dialogue where we can be honest with each other, where the police department and the black community and people from the black community can have a conversation and we can say things to each other that might be hurtful but will be helpful. That's what's important to me. And I think that can happen. And I think what Director Richardson did, I think what the FOP reaching out to the mayor, I think that could be the beginning of something very positive. I think it could be.
You know why they did that?
Why is that?
Because they taking all kinds of public relations hits right there. This is a public relations ploy on their part.
Possibly.
Okay.
But hey, if it is, I still got to use it to my advantage.
I understand and I agree, but this is a public relations.
Or should I say our advantage?
Right. I understand. This is a public relations ploy on their part, because when you see that video of Director Richardson, you have no justification, dude. This has been stated and settled law for years.
Mm-hmm.
That not only can you observe the police, mm-hmm. but you can film the police. Mm-hmm. That is a Supreme Court decision. And for an officer to not to know that, that's a damn lie. I'm not buying that.
No, I get that.
You see? So he used his police privilege to abuse a citizen, not understanding
but
that.
They're doing that every day.
I agree.
Every day. And I don't want
I agree. And if they'll do it to a city director, And as Ken said, that he had to know I was a city director because he saw my badge. Well, and he still didn't care.
Well, he saw his badge after.
But at that point, when he saw the badge, what he should have said was, oops, I made a mistake.
Well, he didn't do that. But let me say this, though, because I think it's important. I need to say this because I think I want people to hear it.
If Ken would have been a white director, would he have apologized to Ken?
This ain't just about Ken. This is about
I know it.
Every black person.
I know it.
This is about every black person.
You're exactly right. But that's the point. That if he would do it to a city director,
right?
What is he doing to other black people on the street? You see what I'm saying? And then when he found out that Ken was a city director, he still didn't apologize. He still wrote him a citation. You see what I'm saying? This is about, I don't give a damn who you are. I don't give a damn what title you have. I'm the white police. And what I say, go. That's what his statement was. And until you change that, talking to the FOP ain't gonna solve the problem. It just isn't. Because they don't want to change it. Because they are the ones that have fostered this attitude that we're right, you're not. We the popo, tough titty on you. And I'm sorry I feel that way, and I didn't used to feel this way. But after all of these murders that are going on by the police, and they're constantly getting off, they're constantly making money. You go and you read some of the texts that they put in their private chats about black people. I posted an article this morning about a Hispanic civil rights attorney going off on a black bartender, calling him a nigger in his workplace where everybody can see it. Now she is a civil rights attorney. Yet she attacked another minority. This is how they feel about us. We got to forget, look, yeah, we can negotiate, but see, we need to start negotiating from strength. We're not negotiating from strength.
I always negotiate from strength.
Okay? I'm not saying you.
But this is not negotiation. This is not negotiation. This is a conversation. And I believe that through conversation, you can have positive change. I believe that. But you got to have conversation. You got to have a conversation and have the conversation to keep those lines of communication open. There's just certain things that I don't feel comfortable doing because I want to make sure those lines stay open.
No, I'm not trying to get you to divulge what went on in the meeting.
And not only that, though, I don't disagree with you on anything you've said thus far. I don't disagree with you.
You good, because I was just about to call Roselle and have him to take your place.
I don't disagree with you. I feel the same way you feel. As a black man, I feel the same way you feel.
That cable on the back of that.
Right here?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, okay.
I feel the same way you feel as a black man. Okay. I feel the same way you feel. But as a black advocate, I can't have the luxury. You gotta try to see it another way, and I gotta try to make that happen. For the people who live south of 630, for just black folks, period, in our city, or black folks who might come to our city. I mean, I want to see us win, and it'd be great if we could all win together. But if we can't, then okay, so be it. We move on. We take another approach. But I think the conversations need to be had. And I honestly believe, call me naive, and I want to be naive in this respect because I want to see something positive come from it. I want to be naive in this respect because I want to see some positive things come out of this. Because what gives me hope is I know white officers like Officer Ringo, Officer Hyde, even Officer Bewley. I know some good white cops, man. And when I say good, what I mean is that they're good guys. My dad, I've known them, most of them I've known them since I was 13 years old. They're good cops, man. They're good. I'm not going to say good cops. They're good people. Now, if those guys are good people, I'd like to believe there are more good people on the police force. I want to believe that. And I believe that these two guys, by having this conversation, or by saying the things that they said today, I truly believe that these guys really want to see it, really want to see the police department in a different light. And if that's the case, I want to be a part of having that conversation.
Okay, that's valid. But again, if you really want to see the police department in a different light, what are you doing?
Maybe they don't know what to do. Right? I don't know that, Dave. I want to, but again, Dave, I want to be able.
What do you mean you don't know what to do?
Maybe they don't know what to do.
Stop supporting racist policies.
Well, Dave, you got to understand. Again, see, this is what's problematic. The ultimate job of the union, police, any union, is to protect. Well, they say represent, to protect and represent their members. That's the ultimate. That's the ultimate goal of the union. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's the ultimate goal. Now, these guys are coming saying, "Hey, we also want to be community partners as well." Well, okay, that's the conversation I'm looking to have, because they said of the 500 and from what they said, it's only 520, only 525, only 526 officers. From what 27 officers from what they said, it's only 526, because they said 511 officers were part of their union, and 14 were not a part of their union. 14 black officers were not a part of their union, and there was one officer who was not part of either union.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Why was it necessary for them to have a BPOA?
Because of all the issues they had with the FOP.
So, black police have a problem with the white police union.
They did, yeah.
And you want to sit here and tell me that if the black police officers have a problem with the white police officer union, that me, little black citizen, is going to get any leeway with them?
I can only go off of what they said, Dave. That's all I can operate under. I can't operate on anything.
When in that very same meeting, they did not want the Black Police Officers Association.
It's not. I can't. I shouldn't say they didn't want them there. I will. What I will say is, you know what? Before we go off the air, let me make a phone call real quick. I confirm this. Hold on.
Okay. I mean, I'm just asking because, again, I'm not apologizing for my stance. I want good policing in our communities. Okay? I want good policing in our communities from black and white cops. But what I am tired of right now is the physical and mental abuse that black people suffer at the hands of police. I'm tired of it. It's not right. It's not fair. It's illegal and it's racist. And if we're going to solve the problem, you are the problem. So think about it from this perspective. You're a parent, there's a child. Your child keeps screwing up. Do you, the parent, only say, hey, this is what I'm going to do? Or do you ask that child, why do you keep screwing up? Why do you keep messing up? And what are you going to do to fix your grades? I can't take your grades with you. Same issue applies. It is the police departments across this country that keep violating civil rights of American citizens, particularly black people. It is not my job as a black person to fix your problem. It's your job as a police officer who is paid by my tax dollars to fix your own damn problem. Now, if you want my input, so be it. But when you come to the table, you should already have some solutions in place that's going to tell me what you're willing to do to fix your problem. Otherwise, I can't trust you, dog. That's just me. Okay? Did you find out the information?
Yeah, no, I put a call in to Rodney. He didn't answer. So
okay.
when I find out, I will definitely let you know Monday.
Okay.
But like I said,
I understand what you're doing, but it is a little disconcerting for the police to try to cast blame. You're the problem. You want to fix it? First of all, move your asses back into Little Rock. Stop coming here as an occupying force. Okay? Stop coming in here hunting. Okay? If you want to fix it. You go to your offices and say, hey, look, we're going to go and negotiate with the city in this next contract to go to real estate agents who will give you discount on housing. We just need y'all to move back in the city.
I'm not giving no discounts on no housing.
I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just saying, at this point, what we have to do is show the city of Little Rock that we want to change the dynamics. So we don't need 70% of our officers who are predominantly white living outside of Little Rock. How do we fix that?
Agreed.
How do we fix it?
That's a conversation.
Whatever way we can fix it to show the community that we are about the community, then we need to move back in that community. We need to stop draining tax dollars from that community and help contribute to that community. Come with me with that argument, then I'll believe them. Until then, I don't want to hear what you got to say. But you go ahead and be it. I am proud that you are back being an advocate.
Man, will you stop?
I'm so proud of you.
Will you stop it?
See, I knew it wasn't going to go away.
Dude, I'm done.
It's in
I
your
am
heart.
done. I am done. But an opportunity like this, I cannot pass.
It's
up.
in your heart.
No, it's not.
It's
I'm
in
done.
your head.
I am done.
It's in your DNA, Robert.
I'm done, Dave.
Robert, it's in your DNA.
Okay.
And I support you 100%, my brother.
Okay.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Okay. Put your arms down. It's not going to happen, no.
You want to hug a black man?
No. You're not a judge.
Oh, so you're only hugging judges now. Oh, you're hugging judges now, huh?
That's it.
Oh, God. Well, that might be a good thing.
That's a good thing.
Hey, we got to get out of here. I hope you all enjoyed the show today. And please ignore any comments that Rizal put on my feed today. And he won't be here next Tuesday because I'm putting his truck on the flat. That reminds me, next Friday we will not be here because I'm going on a camping trip, our biannual camping trip. So I won't be here next weekend at all. Okay.
Man, what am I gonna do?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't know. So, all right, we got to get out of here. People are sending me messages. By the way, you didn't get these tickets. I'm gonna go give them to some homeless people.
Announce it again because somebody said they didn't hear it.
Okay, I've got 4 tickets to go to a fish fry. It's free today. It's at the Verizon Arena. It is the 33rd annual Friendly Chapel Fish Fry. And if you want these tickets, they're yours. I would keep them, but I can't go today. All right? I've got to go to the Central Broadcast. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Hey, spend money on command. If you don't, nobody else will. Peace.
You get your freedom by allowing your enemy to know that you're willing to do anything for your freedom. Then and only then will you be free.
Damn.
Y'all have a great day.
Booyah. All right, man, out of 5.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Good show.
You've been listening to Black Focus,
All right.
where we discuss our issues with our solutions and our voices. Join us every weekday afternoon at 1 p.m. on JournetRadio.com.